Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, pulling back your curtains, and seeing that the sky has changed forever. Instead of a simple blue ceiling, a massive glowing arch of light stretches from the one side of the world to the another. It is the most beautiful thing humanity has ever seen, but it is also the start of a global nightmare. GPS is failing, birds are flying in wild circles, and the air feels different. Welcome to day one of the Earth having rings. The origin story. 466 million years ago, Earth actually had rings. New evidence from the hidden craters proves it. So how would it happen again? Scientists call this as the Roche limit. Think of the Roche limit like a gravity danger zone. If a large moon or a giant icy asteroid gets too close to the Earth, our gravity starts pulling on the front of it much harder than the back. It is like a giant invisible hand shredding a piece of paper into a million small pieces. Over days or weeks, instead of one big moon, we now have trillions of small pieces of ice and rock spinning around us in a perfect flat circle. But while these rings look like a cosmic dream, they are about to put our planet into a deep icy checkmate. The shadow effect. Rings are not just thin lines, they are massive walls of ice and dust. Because Earth is tilted, these rings would throw a giant dark shadow across the surface. Imagine standing under a massive bridge on a hot sunny day. It is much colder in that shadow, right? Now imagine that bridge is thousands of miles wide. During the winter, the rings would block the sun so much that entire countries would stay in freezing dark twilight for months. Crops would stop growing, and the summer would disappear. The night that never comes. On the other side of the planet, the opposite happens. Because the rings are made up of ice, they act like a giant mirror. Think of it like a cricket ball sitting under a massive bright stadium floodlight that never moves. Even when the night side of the ball is facing away from the light, the rings would catch the sun and bounce that glowing light back down. The sky would never truly be black. We would live in a world of 24-hour brightness. Animals that need darkness to hunt would die due to hunger, and your brain would never feel like it is a time to sleep. We were losing our sleep and our seasons, but later in the video, we will see why these rings might actually become a permanent prison for the human race. The sad apocalypse. We live in a world of instant connection, but that depends on the satellites. Unfortunately, most of our satellites live exactly where the rings would form. As those rings stabilize over a few weeks, millions of pieces of ice would smash into our technology like a cosmic bullets. Within hours, the internet goes dark, global communication fails, and planes lose their way. We are suddenly cut off from each other. The Kessler syndrome. This creates a high-stakes problem called the Kessler syndrome. Imagine a highway where one car crashes and the pieces of that car cause 10 more cars to crash, creating a wild chain reaction. In space, one broken satellite creates thousands of pieces of junk that breaks everything else. These rings would become a wall of flying trash that makes it impossible to launch the rockets. We would not just lose the internet, we would be trapped on the earth, unable to ever reach the stars again. The loss of our technology was only the beginning of a much bigger shift in what it means to be humans. Societal shift. Humanity would have to adapt to this messy new reality. We would build the new types of cities designed to survive the ring shadow winters. Our art, our stories, and even our religions would change to focus on the giant arch in the sky. Navigation would not be about the maps anymore. It would be about where you are sitting under the great light. We would become the ring culture, a world that looks nothing like the one we have today. The open loop and conclusion. So if you had the choice, would you pay the price for this beauty? We would have the most stunning sky in the solar system, but we would lose our technology and seasons. Is cosmic beauty worth living in a beautiful prison? If you had to choose a place to live, would you rather live under the shadow or under the constant ring light? Let me know your choice in the comment section below. Hit a like to this video, share this video with your fellow space lovers, and subscribe to Galaxora and turn on notifications for much more space updates. Because in the boundless expansion of the space, anything is possible at any given moment.